Which way are you going, bro? Cheers, bud. Don't kick it at my face, though. All good, blue. Backwards off blue, off the head, play on. Take him back, take him back.
Broadcasting to you live from Memorial Park, Cambridge, the Northern Regional Sevens Tournament. Beautiful, hot, sunny weather down here in Cambridge as well in the Waikato area. Takiri Butler here, joined in commentary with DJ Forbes, who's played a few games of sevens himself, haven't you, DJ?
Cheers, Takiri. Yeah, I've played a few, probably maybe one too many, but glad to be in the commentary box.
So what we've just seen on screen is the first try going to the way of Auckland. Now, both of these teams here are sitting kind of in the middle of the seedings, ranked both third and fourth. So according to the seedings, quite evenly matched. And 5-0 to Auckland, conversion unsuccessful. Now, we're obviously halfway through the day, well, not even halfway through the day, DJ. How are these, you know, as a past player yourself, how do these teams keep themselves going for the whole day? I mean, we're here till 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I guess that's probably part of the management and the coaches to manage the workload of the players. The heat's pretty tough out there, and obviously some good contests in the physical side of things. So it's going to be a little bit of a war of attrition, really.
We've seen some great sevens down here at Memorial Park as we see Auckland recovering their own kick-off there to get some attacking play inside the Northland 22 and number 12 there for Auckland. Too big, too strong. That's Alessi Rayasi touching down for the second try for Auckland, currently 10-0.
There's some big reps on this kid. He's been into a few of the All Black Sevens development squads, and you know, I guess the world's is also.
I don't have one, so thank you very much.
Originally from Wellington, but played in the Auckland NPC this year as well. Was even the top try scorer in the Auckland club competition, representing Auckland Mariners. Here's the replay, and again, big step by the big man, number 12, dotting down for the second try there by the Auckland team. Off to a good start as the Auckland side over Northland, but already do some of these players starting to look a little bit tired?
Yeah, I think probably both teams are trying to find their feet a little bit in those earlier games. Couldn't really get any momentum going. I think definitely in this game, teams will be trying to find themselves to make sure they get a bit of confidence leading to those crucial games later on this evening.
Northland will try and gather in this kickoff, unable to do so the last time. Goes a bit too far this time for Auckland to contest, so Northland now with some attacking position just outside their own 22, showing some strength there. The number 11 for Northland makes its way down the field, breaks another tackle. The one-handed behind the back offload. Carrying it into contact there, and Northland will look to, this is their first attacking option, and now into enemy territory. Skip pass out wide, but just a little bit of in front of him, but at this level, he should probably pull that one in, Deej. Yeah,
I think coaches will be a little bit disappointed in that. Northland did well to get the kickoff, built some good pressure, and you know they got the ball wide, but an easy fumble, so to speak, and definitely disappointing. But they're still on the right side of the field, so if they can put some pressure on here, see what they can do.
Substitutions being made. One of the playmakers for this Northland team, number 7. Hear a lot of raps about him as well, so keep your eye on him.
You've had a little bit of experience with him in the Sevens camp as well. He's got some good footwork. And in the early games, he was definitely trying hard for his team, and a lot of, I guess, the attacking power revolves around what he does. So if he can get his game going, these big Northland boys will be running off him, I'm sure.
How much do you look after your players in a tournament like this, knowing that Nationals is only about a month away? I mean, do you play them as much as you can this tournament? Do you rest them? Or do you use them where they can be and give them as much rest as possible?
Well, that's probably the fine line. I mean, you need to get the team playing together, and also you've got to qualify. So, yeah, I guess that's probably the reason why we as players just want to play and leave that to the coaches to manage that side of things, but definitely a hard task.
Yeah. Auckland winning that scrum there as they look to attack and get out of their own half, giving it to the try scorer there, the number 12 for Auckland. Again, strength, step, and a little bit of pace on them as well. Auckland recover, they reset, look to swing the ball the other way now. Out to the winger, not a lot of room, so he brings it back in. Makes a half gap there and offloads. Northland, though, good defence. They get over the ball there. Ref says that's legal, so Auckland retain possession. They take it back to the right. Giving it again to their big men up the centre of the field. Breaking tackles. Good ball attention there by Auckland. Northland look to attack the ruck, but nothing to come from it this time. Again, looking for space out wide. Number 8 for Auckland, showing his footwork. Back to the try scorer here. Let's see what he can do. The left foot step.
Showing some good variation. Auckland with a bit of flair, keeping the ball alive and then playing the contact game. So
you're saying this number 12 here has been in the New Zealand camp?
Yeah, in the setup. So Celeste's got some big reps on him, and you can see what he can do. He's a big boy and can move off both feet. Cheeky offload in the end, but didn't go to hand. And I guess we're seeing in those earlier games, there's a lot of risk and reward with the offload game, but a lot of teams are liking to play that.
Makes for an exciting watch anyway for us spectators.
Oh, that's it. Hard work for the support players to know what they're going to do. But
might be heartbreakers for the coach as well, but those things are always 50-50. You gamble when you can.
Yep.
Northland with a defensive line out here.
Backwards, now play on.
In trouble. Ball gets taken down behind the try line, 5 metres away.
Good pressure from Auckland, obviously in the red zone. They know that they can capitalise here, so good work. But obviously, Northland probably showing a little bit of indecision. They could have set that downfield straight away, but they wanted to have a little bit of a dabble.
We were talking about gambles just recently, and that gamble there to try and run it out of their own, their own try line didn't pay off, and now they're facing a 5 metre scrum, defending their own line. Still into the first half of this game. This could be the last act of this game, as Auckland currently lead 10-0 over Northland and have the ball right in front of the try line. Halfback there for Auckland, making an easy try.
Ignacio Costa. We've heard a lot of stuff about these. I think there's 2 of them, maybe 3 Costa brothers, Argentinian heritage, I think, and a lot of what the Auckland team will be doing will revolve around Ignacio. All good.
So as we go back to the replay here, see Ignacio feeding into the scrum here. Pace off the mark of the back of that scrum, and just not enough room for Northland to pull him down in time. So nice, easy try there, putting Auckland up 15-0. Converted, that now is 17-0. Auckland over Northland, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Down here in Cambridge Memorial Park, Auckland currently leading this game here. The ref has taken them back to halfway, though maybe we'll get a kick-off.
Northland might have one last chance to try and get some points on the board to get them back in this game.
And how important is it to be the last team to score just before half-time?
Well, that's it. I guess the hard part is this 50-50 contest. So the kickoff's been really good today.
Pinpoint kick, look at that. Great tap back there by Auckland. They've retained possession and got the advantage. Ripped, but be a knock on by Northland, which will be a dead ball. And so that brings us to the end of the first half down here at Memorial Park, Cambridge. 17-0, Auckland over Northland. Oh, gee, she's hot out there.
Yeah, and I think Auckland will be pretty happy off the back of that performance. Thank you. A lot more positives going into the half.
Taking a break, and we'll be back with you shortly.
There's only like 2 or 3 breakdowns the whole game, so I mean, nah. But there is sort of offside one anyway, so just bear that in mind.
The time to mix it up is almost here. To make this the best Sevens weekend ever, go to www.sevens.co.nz and get your info on all the action.
Sorry? Hope we get some action down your end now.
Alright. It was a very smart play. Real good play.
From Auckland?
Auckland, yeah.
It was a good kick to keep it in, and then when he took it back and then he kicked it again, I was like...
Welcome back to Memorial Park in Cambridge. Big mihi going out to te haukainga o tēnei whenua Ngāti Koroki, te waka o Tainui. Our Tainui whānau, our host for today, bringing you guys a Northern Regional Sevens tournament. Auckland versus Northland. Auckland with the early lead. What do Northland need to do, DJ, to get back into this game?
Yeah, probably just need to get their hands on the ball and build a little bit more pressure. I think Ed Cocker, for the Auckland coach, will be pretty pleased with how the Auckland boys went in their first half. Probably don't want to take the foot off the pedal. But Northland definitely need to get some hands on ball and build some pressure and test this Auckland D.
And I guess it comes down to the playmakers and the leaders in this Northland team. Time for them to step up and show a bit of leadership and direction out there.
Well, yep, Whittier Mouse has had a good early start earlier on today, but probably needs to get a bit more ball in hand and try and create some space for these big Northland boys to finish off the job.
And on that note, we'll see if Northland can retain this kickoff. The kickoff has been such a crucial part of the Sevens game now, and a lot of teams put a lot of emphasis on coaching the kickoff and trying to get possession back, eh?
Well, some teams have the one lift policy, and some teams are just trying to go up man on man, and you can see it's paying dividends for the kickers that are putting on the money.
Kick this time contestable for Northland. They go up.
Back was off, boy.
Like that one.
Yes. Just like that one. So paying off for Northland that time there. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication. Wasn't sure if the ball was going on the ground or whether or not he was going to pop it. A bit of frustration there by the number 5 from Northland as well. He was probably expecting that one on the ground.
Well, that's it. You know, they do the hard work to get the kick-off, and then little errors like that. Obviously, they want to play a fast game, so you try to offload it off the deck, but halfback wasn't ready.
So another turnover there by the Northland team, giving Auckland position again. We'll see if they look to number 12 again, their playmaker. Argentinian halfback puts the ball in and feeds the scrum. What was the call there by the ref, Deej?
I think he might have been calling wheeling, pulling around.
On the line, guys, yeah.
It's a tough one when it's 3-on-3 and, you know.
Yeah. You'd know a bit about that, eh?
Yeah. Ref's always right. That's the main part.
Auckland with the tap off. See, we've got a set move coming up here. Ignacio with the ball in hand now. Just setting something up. Good left foot step there. Taking their time. Guess trying to find holes in the defence there, and they've found one now. Gee, he's big, this number 12.
And he can move.
And he can move, and he can step and offload. Auckland find a half gap. Offload just inside. Ref asks if it is forward. Sideline touch. Judge says yes it is. That was right in front of us. Do you reckon it was forward?
Oh.
Ref's always right, eh?
Yeah, borderline.
So Northland gets some crucial position this time of the match. We're 8.5 minutes into the game, so they'll be needing to get on the scoreboard fairly soon. With only about 5 or so minutes left in the game to go, it's crucial that Northland make the most of this position.
Well, that's it. I'm pretty sure the coaches will be telling them to, you know, get some ball in hand and build some pressure. So hopefully here, there's no need to panic. Just need to get through some phases and hopefully get down the right side of the field.
Early push by Auckland.
Correct.
Tap and go there by the Northland player. Again, patience is the key. Northland will be hungry to score a try, but like DJ mentioned, patience is the key. Position, build some phases, or you could just step back and run and jot it down under the right in between the sticks there. First try to Northland.
Adam Simpson, I think, showing some clean heels.
Good speed off the step. We'll go back to the replay and show that one again. So they work it to the left.
Yeah, exciting thing there is obviously keeping the ball alive. He could have died off it there, but managed to get it out wide. And everyone knows there's a bit of space to get to the edges. And he's just running hard, running fast.
And staggered Auckland line as well. Defensive line not flat, so always dangerous on those step backs. And Northland find themselves on the board. Not sure if that one went over. We'll check with the score in just a minute. But finally on the board, Northland, and they needed to score that one to stay in the game. The conversion was successful, so they find themselves down by just 10 points. That's only 2 tries, easily done in 4 minutes. Well, not easily, but definitely can do.
Definitely capable, yep. Probably needed that kickoff.
Yeah, probably needed to retain position on that kickoff. Unfortunately, it's gone over the line. Auckland do have the line out throw.
Northland with the classic one-man lift, so probably need to put a bit of pressure on here to try and get that ball.
Nice fast one there by Auckland. Good retention. They'll try and bring it out of their own 22 at the moment. Nice. Beating his man one-on-one. Bit of a bump off as well. Feeds it back. Auckland set to come back the other way. Bit of space out there now. Defensive line's a little bit broken as Auckland make their way towards the halfway.
Yeah, they've made an effort,
Northland still holding their defensive line though. Bit of a no-look over the head one there, Deej.
The old coach killer.
Yeah, the old throw and hope. Bringing the ball back. Nice step and go up the middle again. They got some big players with some speed, does Auckland. However, the behind the back flick pass not working this time for Auckland. They've turned over possession. Oh, and didn't hold on. Number 11 for Northland. Will he make it all the way? It's 11 versus 11. It's a bit of a foot race. Can hear the Northland sideline here yelling post, post,
yep,
post.
Trying to get it closer for the kick.
Yep. Replay's on its way, and we'll see the try scorer there, number 11 for Northland, trying to get under the post, but obviously the Auckland player well aware that they need to keep them as wide as possible to do everything they can to stop that conversion going over.
Bit of a tough one here. All the Auckland players were expecting them to go down, but I guess like any good player, you want to keep fighting in the contact. Managed to go another 50 metres to score the try.
So if this one goes over, they'll be just 1 try away from taking this game. A bit of an ask though. Although the wind's not too strong down here. Kick goes up, but unfortunately doesn't make it, and we're now 12-17, although just 1 unconverted try will draw it. Crucial here, kick-off for Northland to retain.
Northland kickoffs have been pretty good, so they've got a good chance.
Nice and high, pinpoint kick, perfect kick. Knock on, perhaps by Auckland. Ref says play on, advantage. This is the space and the position that Northland need. They're just 5 points away from Auckland. Look to reset and come back this way. There's their playmaker, number 7 for the Northland team. They're taking the ball on the far side. Play gets over the retaining position. Oh, they left the blind side open. That is a big no-no. Number 7 from Northland. He's been their playmaker for most of this day, and you just don't give him opportunities like that.
Yeah, Whiri Massa again, as a good captain, stepping up to the plate and getting what his team needed. So obviously down to the kick, but some good patience there. Had a look to see what the defenders were doing, and everyone was worried about the ball.
That's a
going
coach
wide.
killer, eh? That's a coach killer. Defend the ruck first. Unfortunately, he didn't. He left the blind side open, and a player like the captain there for Northland will take that shot every time. So now we didn't see if that kick went over or not. If it did, it'll put the team in front. It missed, so we're now 17-all draw. We'll see if Northland can pinpoint kick again from Northland. Unfortunately, Auckland on the money there, happened to be in the right place, right time, so they've got position. They'll be looking to score. This may be the last play of the game. Ignacio up the middle, and he's got some pace as well. Oh, that is a heartbreaker for Northland. The kickoff was perfect. Auckland, though, full credit to them. Great finish.
Definitely a tough way to finish. Northland did everything right to stay in the game, but just a little lapse on D there, and Auckland capitalised. Maybe
those easy first couple of tries from Auckland will be killing Northland right now. Auckland got off to a good start, and again, unable to recover that kickoff, and to lead to a try. Now to Auckland. Will there be enough time for another kickoff? We're not too sure. Waiting for the conversion at the moment.
I'm pretty sure the kick will be taking as long as it can.
Yes, looks like it. It looks like it. We'll see if the ref... Oh, music to his ears. At the moment, 22-17. If this kick goes over, it's 24-17. But the siren at the in the background there signals the end of the game, and Auckland sneak away with this one. Well done to the Northland team, though. A couple of good tries in there, but Northland too good and too strong this time around.
I think pleasing thing there for Auckland was definitely an improvement on their last game. So Ed Cocker will be happy with his team, building quite nicely, and then obviously the frustrations for Northland, but definitely a valiant effort.
These teams obviously gearing up for the Nationals coming up next month in Rotorua. But for now, from Memorial Park in Cambridge, we'll be back with the next game shortly.
14. Well, you died halfway through the game on me, and I'm changing channel.
2-minute call team.